Good morning. I'm looking in Romans chapter 13. Romans chapter 13, chapter 12, remember, it starts with, therefore, brothers. In other words, whatever happened before. In fact, it tells you what happened. In view of God's mercy. So Paul has showed us his mercy. He says, then offer your bodies as living sacrifices. And he goes on to talk about this, what it looks like, and who he's talking to. And the next verses really talk about the church. That is how we relate, how we live, but how we live with one another and using our gifts. And then it comes down to 13 and talks about some of the practical ways. And it gets to the end and he says this. Besides this, you know the time, that the hour has come for you to wake from your sleep. For salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. Fascinating line. It's nearer now. Salvation is nearer than when we first believed. Something is happening in their time. And I think it's, they were going through rough times and they have it there. So, they says, well, listen, your time is shorter. Use it. And there's people around who desperately need you. And he says, the night is far gone, the day is at hand. So then let us cast off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light. That's what we're looking for. Jesus says, Paul says to us, take off those works of darkness, put on the armor of light. We believers get to live out the Christian life. Watch what happens. This righteous life, this supreme, beautiful, caring, loving thing. And he says, let us walk properly as in the daytime, not in orgies or drunkenness, not in sexual immorality or sensuality, not in quarreling or jealousy. And here's the big thing. But put on the Lord Jesus Christ. Put on Jesus. Let him live out through you. And make no provision for the flesh. It says here, to gratify its desires, or into its desires, its passions, its lusts. Put on the Lord Jesus Christ. You see, we need to do it. We do it for one another. We live in a beautiful community. Will there be a price to pay? Absolutely. And yet, we will live differently in a way that the world desperately needs to see. We need to see it. We need to live out there. We need to put away those other works of darkness. Put them out. How do you do it? Put on Jesus Christ. Let him live through you. We'll change the world.